Red trades, unfortunately, are the reality of trading. Every trader, no matter how good they are, will have a red day. And the mistakes that they make when a red day happens can cause their accounts to blow up. Rather than accepting it, rather than being okay, that's just part of trading, I will lose sometimes, they stay there, they overtrade, they get greedy, and they blow up weeks of hard work into just one day. But guess what? I had a red day myself. And I'll be showing you my mindset when I'm red, trading in front of hundreds of people every single day, and the stress that I have and how I deal. So if you're struggling when you have a red day, I recommend you watch this whole video. I'm not only going to go over the steps on what I did or the mistakes I made in today's trading session, but also talk about how you can handle those red days so that you stop blowing up. Let's start with the start of a red day. We have to become acceptance of the reality that two things happen when we have a red day. One is losses are part of the game. We have to detach the ego. Be okay with being wrong. And, I've been trading for 12 years, almost now. And I realized that I'm wrong all the time. There's probably once a week that I'm wrong and I'll be right. Or, a couple times a month I'll be wrong. And I've been doing it for so long. So if you're a new trader, you have to be okay that losses are simply part of the game. The best traders I've met, they're the ones that are like, I'm wrong today. I'm okay stepping away. And I'll come back tomorrow, I'll come back another day, I'll come back refreshed, I'll work on the mistakes that I made, and I'll fix them. Also, don't try to win it back immediately. Number one reason that leads a red day to a really, really terrible day is that we try to make back the losses. You're like, you know what, I'm down 1,000, let me try to at least go to break even. Next thing you know, you're breaking your rules, you're taking more trades than you should. You're taking trades that are not high quality setups, and that $1,000 red day turns into 2, 3, 5, and now you lost 2 weeks of green days in just one day, which is really unfortunate, but it is reality that most traders do. So what we must do after we accept the reality is move on, pause, and assess. And this is kind of what I'm doing with this video right here. I can stop my day, understand that I'm wrong today. I can pause, assess, help others that are in the same shoes as me, as well as review the trades that I took. So what we need to do is step away from the screens. So the first thing I did, I'm red, close down my screen, went to walk with my dog, fed my dog, take 30 minutes, an hour, just so your emotions cool off. And it's okay, guys, if you're feeling emotions when you are a red day, it just means you care, and you should care because this is something that you're trying to make it work. This is a goal of yours, trying to be profitable. So it's okay to feel some emotions, but what we have to do is learn to manage them. We have to be okay that like after 30 minutes, we can go on our day and still enjoy our day. Don't let it ruin your whole day. Don't come back during Asia session and try to full port the first trade at 6:01 p.m. EST, trying to make that back. Review if it was poor execution or normal variance. This is very, very normal. After you cooled off, you can really look at your trade and was it a bad trade or was it just unfortunately a trade that didn't go your way. And both are okay. Sometimes you will slip up, sometimes your analysis will be wrong, sometimes you maybe didn't see something in the charts, and you can work on it. That's good, you can get better. Or is it normal variance? This is my A plus setup, is an A setup. I think I saw everything right. Looking back at it, I don't think what I should have fixed, and you just let it happen. At the end of the day, trading is a game of probabilities. If you have even an 80% win rate, guess what? You will lose. And those losses sometimes come 1, 2, 3 in a row, and then you'll go on a 10 win streak. So don't be so upset and don't be so quick to give up on your strategy just after the first losing day. Next, let's look at risk management. And this is really important. During that loss, did you manage risk accordingly? And this leads to two things. Did you have a daily loss limit and was it broken? Every trader should have a daily loss limit, and once you're past it, you should be able to walk away. Like, no matter what, even if I see the best setup ever, I need to be able to walk away from that. And ask yourself, did you respect that? Or did you get rid of your daily loss limit and you took a loss that was much larger that you shouldn't have taken? And secondly, were your rules respected? Did you stop trading after those losses that you take? Were your stop losses, did you extend them? Did you give it too much room? Did you add on a bad trade? Those are all things that if you can still tell yourself, hey, I followed all my rules and this just simply didn't work out, you can be proud of that. And I want you to be proud on the red days that you follow your rules as long as you're not acting degenerately. Because at the end of the day, building good habits on a red day is better than winning on a day that you just got lucky and now you're building bad habits long term. Next, you should be journaling and learning. Screenshot key trades, guys. I don't see enough people do this. Don't just write down the trade. Screenshot it and put it in your memory, the exact setup. That's helped me a ton, get better. And honestly, sometimes I look at a setup, I'm looking at the charts, and I'll remember the screenshot that I made or a journal that I made. And journaling can be Excel, Tradezilla, pen and paper, however you like it. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, you can always learn something. You can always look back and see if you respected your rules, if your risk management was on point, and you can get better. Also, write down emotional triggers and mistakes. If you did break the rules, what happened in that trade that triggered you? What happened in that trade that made you add when you shouldn't have? What happened in that trade that you extended the stop loss? What can you do to fix it and let that not happen the next time that it happens? Sometimes it's like, you got stopped out by a point, price reverses. That's a really bad trigger. It happens to me as well. But, it is what it is. It happened today, actually, on the first loss I had, and then I took a winner right after, and then another loss. We'll go into the charts, so make sure you watch the whole video. We'll actually learn on the charts as well. Next, we're going to have to reset our mental state. Do something non-market related. Guys, the market should not be your end-all be-all. Your life is not depending. Your life should not depend on simply your trades, right? You should not define your self-worth, your confidence, if your day is going to be good or bad, simply on just the trades. There's a lot more to that. Detach from needing to trade tomorrow if you're feeling really, really upset. It's okay to take a day off. Now, most of you guys are probably like, no, I need to make my leg back. I understand, but as long as you follow your rules, feel free to trade the next day. And lastly, we got to talk about the long-term mindset. Red days don't define you, but consistency does. Don't be so hyper-focused on day by day, but rather look at your goals in a weekly, monthly, and quarterly perspective. I know it's really hard, but let me ask you this. Do you remember a red day that you took a year ago? More than likely you don't, because the single day does not define you. So stop being so overly upset about it. Then don't focus on process over the P&L. Having the right process will lead you to a good P&L. This leads to this. The P&L does not lead to a good process. Remove the money as much as possible from the equation. And in the end, use the red day as a fuel to improve yourself. Hey, maybe I was sloppy today. What can I do to get better? Now let's jump over to TradingView and let's look at some of the mistakes that I did today. So for example, I'm going to show you guys, we'll start off with the first trade. We had a really strong New York Open. It was quite what was frustrating for me, and I can say this now, is that I had this 0.30 area right here for potential bounce. But one of my rules is that I try not to trade right on that first 9.30 candle, because it can be very volatile, which caused me to miss this bounce and its price skyrockets. So I wanted a long position at 0.30 and I missed it. So I'm a little bit frustrated, but it's following my rules, so I'm still happy. Now, price kind of goes straight up. I didn't find any good entries, and then I waited for this 10 a.m. news. We had a red folder news right here at 10 p.m. Then price came down and tapped into this bullish fair value gap right here. There was a 5-minute. As you can see, price was holding it. So I looked for a long, for a continuation higher. I was hoping we'd take these relatively equal highs up here. And I was keeping an eye on ES. ES was very strong as well. We had a bullish divergence on ES. I'll make myself a little bit smaller here. Make myself a little bit smaller. With a bullish divergence right here, when we were looking for the trade on the 1 minute, so I simply just looked for a long like this. I looked for a long with a stop loss about 20 points. My entry was right here, 217. And as you can see on this candle, I got stopped out, and in this trade was about 25 points in profits. Maybe I could have taken profits earlier, but really was trying to hold my trade for this 6.3 TP. So I got stopped out. Now I got stopped out exactly on this 10-15 candle here. As you can see, it was almost the bottom of this range, which was really frustrating. But guess what I did? I decided to get back in the same trade about 2 minutes later at around this 10-17 candle, right before the candle opened up. So I was able to get in with a stop loss right under this. Targeting, my final TP was there, but I was taking partial profits along the way. And I thought that, hey, there's a good chance if we break above this new high, we can get a continuation long. As you can see, this was not a terrible trade at all. I thought it was pretty good. I set my stop loss once we made this 1 minute bullish gap here. I moved down my stop loss right under that 1 minute gap, so it was a real tight stop. I was able to take profits right here at this 260, which was about 50 points in profit or so, which gave me a positive risk to reward. Now, I had lost 25 points on the previous trade, so catching a 2-hour trade on the next on the first TP was quite nice. Fortunately, we had built a bearish SMT right here. As you can see from this candle on yes, this took out this strong 1029 candle here. If you did not, I saw the writing on the wall, moved out my stop, and we got break-even stop loss on the rest, not giving me my full TP, which was a little bit unfortunate. But it's just the way it goes. So I take into trades. On the first one, I'm not too angry about it because I respected my stop loss, although I kind of closed it towards the bottom. And the second one, I was able to catch green overall. And just for transparency, I'm down about $4,000 on the day. Next, I was like, well, New York has been really bullish. I do think we can retrace still to these equal highs after a really strong down move. End of Friday into London, Asia. This could be a nice retracement, and then we can keep selling off either the rest of the week, or maybe we go up on the rest of the week. Now, on the 50-minute charts, after this bottom, and I felt pretty confident this candle should have been the bottom of the day, and it still might be. We have not taken a candle out yet. We had built a 50-minute gap. This was our breakout area, as you can see here, with the consolidation, manipulation with this wick, and then we distributed to the higher side. So I saw this 50-minute gap as a potential area to long. This was also in premium, which was under the 0.5 and in between the golden pocket level. So I took a long right on here, around this 1055 candle. And as you can see, it did go up for a little bit, but unfortunately, sellers were just simply too strong. I had about a 20-point stop. And I was trying to target these highs right here, was not trying to be greedy with it at all. And I did get an initial move of about 30 points, which I could have shiven off. I could have gotten a break even right away, but I really wanted my trade to play out. Now, on the 5-minute, I did notice there was a bearish gap here, but we were delivering from a 50-minute bullish gap and looking for the overall trend of the day. I was hoping at least we would tap into the 5-minute that was above it. Take out this 5-minute high, tap into this, retest maybe these lows that were held as support through the 10 a.m., and then reject there for lower. Fortunately, that was not the case. We just tapped this bearish 5-minute gap. Again, and when I saw that, I knew that more than likely price would come back down. What it could have made maybe just gone to break even right away. But again, I do like to let my trades play out, but it is something I can look at. So all in all, I thought my trades had reasons behind it. I wasn't just taking any random trades, but what I could have done better, and it was an area that I marked out, was this 1-hour gap and high right here that we had tapped after the 10 a.m. news. I should have seen that as a sign that more than likely we're going to deliver to the downside, although I thought that, hey, this should still be held as the low of the day, and this should get disrespected, and maybe we should tap into this one that's a little bit higher. Again, I can look at it and try to improve, but I do feel like my trades overall were pretty solid, and it was just an unfortunate losing day. As you can see, this is still the low day, so my thesis for that being a low day seems like more than likely it will play out for the day. But sometimes it's not only about the thesis, but it's also about the executions of your trades. So I think the execution, maybe I could have been cleaner on, waited for some better confirmations, waited for a little bit of trend. Maybe don't fight it here in this 15-minute. Let the 15-minute close, and then let us see how it plays out. Hope this video helped. I hope if you did have a red day, now you know the steps to get better and not have those red days, or not tilt on those red days, because they will happen. Hopefully not frequently, but it will happen. And if you want to learn more, if you want to learn from me directly, I'll leave a link down below where you can apply or work with everybody one-on-one and help them scale to $10,000 a month within 90 days. And I'll see you guys in the next video.